Today is September the 22nd, 2011. And this is South Lake Tahoe, the first day of autumn. And the beach is kind of quiet, just like I like it. I guess it might be a little bit selfish of me, but it's more peaceful when there's few people, and nobody is suspicious of you because you have a lot of room for space and you can get away from people, and you don't have to make people think that you're trying to take pictures of them and their families and stuff like that, because I don't really want to take pictures of anybody's family. So anyway, this is a beautiful place to live in. This is a great time to be living in because there's so much really going on in the world, especially for people who really are paying attention. People who are not afraid to see the world as it really is, and to know that there's going to be a great and beautiful outcome for those who love righteousness and goodness. This is a great time to be living in, but at the same time, it's a time full of peril and troubles, because the human race is being dominated by something that's not good, and it's many things that contribute to this, but one of the biggest ones is selfishness. No matter what kind of spirit may be dominating mankind, we still have our, what you call, free will. Nobody has to do bad. Nobody can make you do bad. They can put enough pressure on you to make you do bad. But still, if you are determined to do the right thing and you're willing to die for what you believe in, they can't make you do anything. But they can put you in a situation where you would do anything that they ask you to, because they know how to do that. God's people today have been fortified for this time. They knew this time was coming. They knew that we were going to live in a time of lawlessness and selfishness, human greed, people only caring about themselves and maybe a few other people, but mostly just about themselves and their loved ones who support them. But anyway, the lake is still beautiful. You would never know the world outside is so corrupt. But one day, this earth, which is a masterpiece of beauty in our universe, in our solar system, in our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, will one day be dominated and ruled by righteousness and love and goodness. And it's going to be a beautiful place again, worldwide. The deserts are going to bloom. It's going to be love everywhere. No selfishness, no hatred, no lies. These are going to be times that many people are looking forward to, and they will come. Even as many people look forward to the last days coming in the Bible, which told mankind 2,000 years ago there were going to be last days that were going to be filled with peril and hard times and difficult times, that men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, self-assuming, haughty, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, disloyal, having no natural affection, not open to any agreement, slanders without self-control, fierce without love of goodness, betrayers, headstrong, puffed up with pride, lovers of pleasures rather than lovers of goodness. And then it goes on later to say, and men will be misleading and being misled. In other words, they'll be misleading people, but at the same time, these same men will be being misled themselves. And these are the times we're living in. We see the government today fighting against itself. like in a wrestling match with his own self, and the rest of the world's looking at it and saying, wow, what's wrong with these guys? Because they really, the rest of the world really wants people to have wisdom, you know, to do things that would be beneficial for everybody. But that ain't going to happen because, as the Bible says, lovers of themselves, lovers of money. Now, I know that people don't give anybody anything for no reason. I know that because I shine shoes for a living. Well, I don't do it for a living no more. I just do it like very part-time now. People who know me know I'm very seldom. I go down there because I really want to get out the house and have something to do. And I need to do it because I need a little money I make. But nobody comes up to me and gives me $1. Well, maybe a few people have within, like, say, 25 years of me doing it. But nobody, very few, maybe I can count them on my both hands and both feet of people who came up and gave me $1 just for no reason at all. People only give you money if they can get something back from it. So when you see people giving politicians money, they're not doing it because of the kindness of their hearts, because they don't do that. People don't give people money from the kindness of their hearts, unless it's their family or something like that, or somebody that they really like. But most time, people, when they give you money, brother, you better believe it's because they want something back. So when you see these politicians getting all this money, they got to give something back up, baby, because when somebody gives you $100 and gives you, let's say, for instance, somebody gives you $100 every week for like 2 years. Every week they give you $100. Never ask for nothing. One day they will. And when they do, the question is, can you refuse them? Now, maybe 1 out of 100 can, but most people will feel obligated to do something for that person that gave them $100 every week for 2 years. And so anyway, I'm saying this all in the context of the day's world. When I see all this bad stuff going around, you know, it hurts my heart so bad. You cannot even imagine how, when I see people getting on TV lying to the people, when I see politicians getting on the television and say, we're going to bring this man down, it hurts my heart because I see it's a form of injustice. And I tell you what I really hate. It's two things I really hate. I hate injustice and I hate traitors. I hate people who say they're going to be your friend or working with this organization or with that organization, and behind their back they're doing something that's dangerous. The first traitor that we really came aware was Judas Iscariot. He turned Jesus Christ in, even though he was with Jesus for most of his ministry. And he went and he hanged himself, and his body busted open. But anytime you see a person that stabs you in the back, and when you see people lying to you on TV and telling you things that you know are lies, and they look in your face and say a certain thing, this is true, I hate it. And I see these people all the time now. You see a man say he's going to get rid of Social Security. He don't say what's going to take his place. That's all game, baby. If you're going to get rid of Social Security, okay, well, that's one thing, but what you going to do to take his place? Nobody even asked the brother that. What's going to happen to all these people out in the streets with no place to live, grandmothers and grandpas? Nobody even asked that brother that question. That would be the question. Say, what's going to happen now once you get rid of Social Security? What are you going to have in this place? And what's going to happen to the people who depend on it? What are you going to do, put them in a stockade and lock them all up? That's going to cost money. So anyway, these are things that I just hate to hear people talk about, because I see liars and the truth is not in them. So anyway, life goes on. And I hope everybody has a blessed day who hears this, because this is in the key of G, don't you see?